outcome. Survivor Series War Games come for you tonight. But we have match previews and predictions on what's going to go down on Survivor Series tonight. And you see right here the main event, the huge 5-on-5 War Games match. As you see, the original Bloodline takes on the new Bloodline. We'll get to it coming up, as well as women's, as Team Liv it takes on Team Bianca and Rhea. A lot of scores to be settled here on Survivor Series. And also to reflect 1 year ago, Survivor Series, when CM Punk returned that Survivor Series after a 10-year hiatus. And CM Punk will be competing in that 5-on-5 Survivor Series match with the Team Bloodline. We get the Pro Wrestling Show started right now. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. I'm your host, as always, Kendra Dix here. Well, you can join us on the Survivor Series War Games. Predict the outcome here. What a War Games event is going to be tonight for Survivor Series. And I mean, what a War Games tonight. Join in the conversation using the hashtag Pro Wrestling Show here on Connect and our original socials as well. Man, what a Survivor Series is going to be. We're going to get to the War Games match coming up a little bit later on in the show. But we're going to get things started right here on Survivor Series. We kick off with this. We know that Shinsuke Nakamura will take on LA Knight for the United States Championship. We know Shinsuke and LA Knight have been at each other's throats as lately. And I know LA Knight wants to get his hands on Shinsuke Nakamura after those ambush attacks. LA Knight wants to really claw his teeth. And this match happened all of a sudden after what went down and stuff. And can LA Knight get his hands on Shinsuke? That's the question that everybody wants to know. And how that's going to go down and stuff. That's how it went down and stuff. And how it's going and stuff. But like I said, this is a match that everyone's been buzzing about, everyone's been talking about as of late, what went down and stuff. And we kind of know what's going to move forward and stuff, and how there's going to be coming forward and stuff after what had went down and what happened and stuff. And like I said, we saw that as well. LA Knight defends the United States Championship against Shinsuke Nakamura. Nakamura with a new look, a new pro-like look, like the Batman look. LA Knight, Shinsuke Nakamura looking darker, looking more sinister than ever. Attacking LA Knight from behind. The LA Knight has a match against La Familia. And Shinsuke Nakamura wants to get his hands on LA Knight. He gets a shot at the United States Championship. That's the only thing that's going to matter. Like I said, look forward to seeing LA Knight to retain the United States Championship over Shinsuke Nakamura. Nakamura is going to put up a fight, but this feud is far from over. I can tell you that right now. This is the beginning of this feud between these two, and how this is going to escalate down the road. We'll have to wait and see how that's going to play out eventually. Speaking of that, another match that everyone's been talking about for the Intercontinental Championship, as you see right here, a triple threat match for the Intercontinental Championship between Braun Breaker, the champion, defends his championship against Sheamus and Ludwig Kaiser. This match happened out of nowhere. Me too. This happened this past Monday on Raw. Could Braun Breaker said defend his championship and do so after Ludwig Kaiser had got prep talk. He got prepped all right. He had a talk about what he needed to do and what he was going to do, and world champion Gunther telling him, "Hey, you need to do something productive. You need to do something spectacular to get my attention." And Ludwig Kaiser did so by taking his time, taking the time he needed to do what he needed to do. And he did by attacking, you know who, attacking Intercontinental Champion Braun Breaker, leaving Braun Breaker out and attacking him. Braun Breaker also having problems with Sheamus. Sheamus and Braun Breaker, these two want to get their hands on each other. Braun Breaker equal like a tweener or something like that. And Braun Breaker looking forward to finish the job with Sheamus and you know who, Ludwig Kaiser. But Ludwig Kaiser could be the wild card in this match at Survivor Series. That's going to be the key element in this match. Ludwig Kaiser wants some gold too. This Monday on Raw, Ludwig Kaiser did go against Braun, you know, took down Braun, but Ludwig Kaiser also wanted to sell the score, and he sold the score all right, and settled indeed to do what he needed to do. I think Ludwig Kaiser wants to set the example and set the table to what he needs to do coming forward on Survivor Series and stuff. Ludwig Kaiser wants to be the one. And then too, they kind of had to pull these three men apart from each other. General Manager Adam Pearce had to separate these three men. They really want to go at each other, and this was Adam Pearce made the match and made that match official for Survivor Series, a triple threat match to determine who's next, who's going to be the Intercontinental Champion. Braun Breaker set to defend his championship against Ludwig Kaiser and Sheamus. Look for Braun Breaker to retain his championship over Sheamus, and Sheamus may get his WrestleMania moment for the Intercontinental Championship. The championship, Sheamus says he never healed. This might not be Sheamus's time, but Sheamus will get it down the road, probably at WrestleMania, but not right now. And, look for Braun Breaker to retain his Intercontinental Championship. And so it's just these matches are so predictable. It just is. Well, we get to this. The World Heavyweight Championship is on the line as Gunther set to defend the championship against Damian Priest. This is a rematch from SummerSlam for Damian Priest. Damian Priest lost the championship at SummerSlam to Gunther with the help of Finn Balor betraying him in the Judgment Day. Well, this is Damian's redemption. Can Damian do what he needs to do to win back the world title? Damian has been on the road as late, playing mind games with the champion Gunther. After Gunther lost the champion amongst champions, the Crown Jewel Championship, Gunther have not been himself. But I think that's what Gunther's issue is. Gunther trying to figure out what he needs to do to get back in order. I think that's what Gunther's gonna have to do if he wants to retain. Gunther has been going against everybody, has been turning his attention towards his cohort on Ludwig Kaiser and stuff. But that's what Gunther needs to do. But look for the ring general to easily retain his championship over Damian Priest. And this match might continue on. This rivalry might continue on to Royal Rumble, where we might lead towards that, because I don't think Gunther losing the championship. He's one of Triple H's favorites, and I don't think Triple H is not going to relinquish that championship off of Gunther right yet. I don't think who's not ready yet, but like I said, Damian Priest and Gunther is going to be one hell of a match at Survivor Series. These two big men really going to be battling out for the world championship at Survivor Series. So look for Gunther to retain his championship over Damian Priest coming up. Well, we get to one of the two War Game matches for Survivor Series. We start with the women. This was kind of, to me, put together at the last minute. As you see right here, Liv Morgan team up with fellow champion Nia Jax to take up with Miss Money in the Bank Tiffany Stratton, Candice LeRae, one of Triple H's favorites, Raquel Rodriguez, and they take on Team Bianca, with Bianca Belair, one half of the women's tag team champions, was supposed to be with Jay Carr here, and we told you Jay has been out with an injury. Jay won't be unable to compete in War Game. Rhea Ripley will be there. Rhea Ripley will have her face mask, as Rhea Ripley had revealed to the world that she's back and she wants to get her hands on Liv Morgan one way or another. She just only here to get her hands on Liv Morgan. The Rhea Ripley had wore that face mask, and Rhea Ripley showed what she can do in that face mask and stuff that she's gonna be wearing. Also, too, Io Sky, one of Triple H's favorites, as well as Naomi, will be in that match as well. So a lot of stakes in this match for the women's. These women want to show what they can do, and plus Bailey will be replacing Jade Cargill. Bailey will be the replacement for Jade Cargill. Bailey's getting her ready and getting herself set for her replacement against Jade Cargill. Women's champion Nia Jax looking strong as well, but she's gonna compete. She competed Monday against Bianca Belair, and Nia Jax did do some damage and did do damage as well, attacking both Bianca and Jade. Bianca and what's her name? They was all in the ring together, Jade and all them. But the advantage match, Bianca went against Nia, and Nia won for her team. And Nia no, Bianca won for her team with the help of Bailey. So there's a lot going on, even to the point now that the women's advantage match that Rhea Ripley want to get her hands on Liv so bad and so sudden. This match is not going to be for the weak of heart. These cage matches, I'm trying to think who's going to win. It's going to be so hard. I want to say the babyface team: Bianca, Rhea, Io, um, Naomi, and Bailey. They're going to win because we're going to have to find out who did what to who. So that's going to be the perfect scenario on what's going to go down. So look for the babyface team to defeat the heel team, and we'll see at Survivor Series. Well, we get to this match right here, the main event right here. The original Bloodline, along with CM Punk, Roman Reigns, Jey Uso, Jimmy, and Sami Zayn, taking on Solo Sikoa, the new Bloodline, Jacob Fatu, the Savage, Bronson Reed, the added member, um, the Tongans, Tama Logan, and Tama Viola. They're going to be all competing at War Games. This match is not for the weak of heart. And then CM Punk's getting added to this. This all started last month at Crown Jewel when Roman Reigns teamed up with the Usos in a huge six-man tag team match against Solo and the Tongans. And what happened was right here, Solo Sikoa pinned Roman Reigns right here. This is what I had predicted. Solo pinned Roman Reigns to get the win and get the 1, 2, 3. And Solo doing the work. Solo pinned Roman Reigns was long overdue, but Sami Zayn came out there. Sami Zayn wanted to seek his allegiance to Roman, but there was a lot of mistrust at the end throughout that whole entire match. The Tongans and stuff, and Jacob Fatu and stuff. Jacob Fatu like a savage, even to the point we saw right here Roman Reigns and Solo going against each other, taking each other down 1, 2, 3, and then how that went down with Jacob Fatu helping Solo get the win. And throughout the whole entire match, we saw that Solo beat down a fallen Roman Reigns and doing what he needed to do, and how that went down and stuff, being up Solo and stuff, and how that went and stuff. So we saw that Solo with the bloodline and stuff, and how that went down and stuff. And we see that, and then there was tensions right there laying with near with Solo and Jimmy trying to, or Jimmy was trying to tell Sammy what's going on and stuff. So it was a lot going on, a lot being that way, and how that went for the Tongues. You kind of knew that it was coming with that situation and stuff. Then you enter Bronson Reed. Bronson Reed coming out of nowhere. Bronson Reed attacking Roman and leaving Roman out land. Bronson Reed getting himself involved. And that's how Bronson Reed got involved to help along with the Tongans. I think Bronson Reed kind of was that effectful tonight that night on that SmackDown 2 weeks ago. And then Roman Reigns falling, beating, defeating, trying to call Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman didn't answer. They were trying to look for their fifth man. So that's when Sammy and the Usos tried to recruit Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins said he didn't want to team with Roman because of what Roman Reigns did, and the Sami Zayn and the Usos were trying to tell Seth Rollins that Roman changed. Seth didn't want to believe it, and Seth didn't want to believe it. But after what went down, Solo helped Bronson Reed out with Seth Rollins, and that's where they led that new faction, that formative faction on what went down right here. And I think that's what's going to be the main factor throughout this whole entire match between the new bloodline, the old bloodline. And then Solo decided to call out saying that the new bloodline needs, the old bloodline needs to join the new bloodline and stop this battle, but they didn't want to. Well, Roman didn't want to listen. Roman Reigns didn't see this one coming. After Paul Heyman came back, and Paul Heyman came and answered the call. And Paul Heyman did so by doing what he always do, his sticks, my ladies and gentlemen. And then Paul Heyman had CM Punk come out there and help even the odds. And CM Punk helped even the odds for the bloodline. I don't think CM Punk even raised his hand, he did to go to sleep. So it's a lot of tension going on, even to the point that like last year's Survivor Series, CM Punk was involved, and CM Punk was the one that interrupted and shocked the world again at Survivor Series, coming back, and CM Punk coming back with a fashion in Survivor Series after leaving AEW a couple months ago, feeling ungruzzled, unappreciated AEW. So dissatisfied and disgruntled about his position in AEW and stuff like that. But we saw that coming up as well. So CM Punk now part of with the bloodline with Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman didn't even come out there and acknowledge Roman Reigns a little bit. He just walked off and just did what he did. Now a lot of people are saying, you can tell looking right here, Paul Heyman might turn on Roman. It's inevitable. Who knows? Paul Heyman has a history of doing so. And Paul Heyman does do that to everybody. And Heyman, with all that in mind, who knows? And what Paul Heyman's thinking is, and being in line with CM Punk as the favorite and stuff. So who knows? So we just have to wait and see what Paul Heyman's going to do, how this is going to go down and stuff for Heyman and stuff like that. What Paul Heyman is going to do coming forward and stuff. So who knows? But this match right here, the Survivor Series War Games match between these 10 individuals is going to be intense. I can tell you that right now. At Survivor Series, look forward to me, the new bloodline, winning this match. And you can tell right here, this is going to plant the seeds between Paul Heyman turning on Roman Reigns and CM Punk, setting up something big heading towards the future. 2025. What's next? But look for that being that the new bloodline. The new bloodline being victorious and doing what they need to do in order to win big and take down anyone at any cost. So look for the new bloodline right here. Solo Sokola and his bloodline win. They need this win more than ever. So I'm going with the new bloodline heading their way to Survivor Series War Games in Vancouver. All right. Thanks for watching the Pro Wrestling Show presents The Survivor Series predict the outcome. We saw that Jey Uso lost to Jacob Fatu, so we know that that's the advantage, and I think the new bloodline will have the advantage going forward. So, for me being Kendra Dix, saying so long, we'll have the Survivor Series review special. Did I get my predictions right? We will see on the Survivor Series special. Thanks for watching. We'll see you at the Survivor Series review.